And by the way, you're going to need that advice as you head on up into the high terrain tomorrow in particular. I would say from really about Highway 50 on south. So that'd be kind of Monarch Pass. Certainly as you head south to La Veta, Red Mountain passes, those are going to be very, very difficult drives for tomorrow and into your early Thursday. But I-70 on north tomorrow should be okay-ish with a little bit of light snow. By the way, from about Lyman on east, we'll be dealing with some snow out there as well for tomorrow. But for us here in the metro area, 2 rounds of light snow, 1 late tonight, but I think the more significant one would be late tomorrow night into your Thursday morning. Heavier snow will be in southern Colorado, and then later in the week, we clear things out, warm things up into the upcoming weekend. HDD operator, we are seeing some light snow for us in the mountains, but the steadier snow is actually out here on the eastern plains from about Lyman on east. So if you're driving between Lyman and the Kansas state line here on this Tuesday evening, we are going to be looking at some light snow, just enough perhaps to slicken up the roadways out there on I-70. It's all thanks to this slow-moving upper-level low. This is kind of churning its way in our direction. It's kind of going on Highway 40 here through Arizona and New Mexico. That's why the majority of the impacts will be in southern Colorado. I think from the Palmer Divide on north, the impacts for us in the Denver area are going to be relatively minimal from this upcoming storm system, and I'll show you those in just a second. Meantime, it was one of those days it was hard to get out of bed, right? High of just 33. It was cloudy all day long for us here in Denver. 46 for us in Lamar and Springfield. Those were the warm spots for us here across the state. By the way, average high for today, 44. So we're about 10 degrees below average. A few cases close to about 15 degrees below our seasonal average. So let's get into that forecast. Late tonight, a little bit of light snow. This looks probably a bit more dramatic than what will probably end up happening, but I think we do get some light snow after midnight, perhaps around dawn tomorrow morning. A few flurries, some freezing fog. Just keep in mind, bridges and overpasses freeze over first. So if you're driving late tonight, early tomorrow, I would just keep it extra slow on those bridges and those overpasses. This is where we're going to be looking at that heaviest snow. Southern Colorado in red, winter storm warnings in blue, winter weather advisories. As much as a foot of snow for us, Walsenburg on south through Trinidad. Pueblo could be talking about a few inches of snow up there for tomorrow as well. Some more uncertainty for our friends in Colorado Springs and Pueblo, but as you head south of there, that's where we'll certainly be looking at that heavier snowfall. For tonight, light snow possible after midnight. Temperatures drop back in the mid-20s. For tomorrow, it's basically a carbon copy of today with light snow possible after dark tomorrow. So I'll show you that in just a second. Temperatures in the 30s for those highs for tomorrow. Another chilly day. But then as we look ahead to that possibility of light snow late tonight, that's round 1. This is probably the lighter of the 2 rounds. I think tomorrow would have the potential for a bit heavier snowfall after about, say, 5, 6 o'clock or so. So just keep in mind the tail end of that commute tomorrow night could be a bit slick. And again, the further south you go and even the further east you go, the heavier the snowfall will be. Lyman on east, Colorado Springs on south. That's where the steadier and heavier snow will be from this upcoming storm system. So overall totals for us in Denver, pretty light. But again, notice Lyman, notice Colorado Springs. That's where you get into some of that steadier, heavier snowfall. But a closer look in, the majority of the snow comes tomorrow night, and we could end up with maybe an inch of snow here in town. I don't even know if we end up with that here in the metro area. And once we get past that, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, oh, there we go. Temperatures near 60 for us Saturday and Sunday, and staying mild into next week.